Another day, and it's a Monday, and yet another direct cylinder. Can you believe how many I fit? Now look at that trickle. What a trickle out of that cold, out of that hot, sorry, out of the hot tap. Now, we'll see how much difference there is in the end. And look at all of this scrap pipework, because the heat inside has all been disconnected a long time ago and they've had storage heaters fitted, and that is what they're going for going forward. So we're getting everything drained down, and as you can tell by the bath, the cold is off of the tank in the loft, so we need to do something about that. So we're getting it drained, and I'm going to be taking out all of that heating pipes. There was one radiator left in one of the bedrooms. You can see the air vent was completely missing, so we knew it was all dead, didn't need draining down. Just removed that and cut out all of that lovely plumber's gold. So let's get the tank disconnected. So just going to disconnect the hot feed, and then also we're going to disconnect that cold feed, which is at the back. I'm not sure which one's which, it could be either, but either way we're going to disconnect this tank, get it removed, move over that little kickstand at the bottom, and then what we can do is we can link it all together. So got a cap, we're going to cap the open vents because we don't need that, we need that capped. Don't want that linked to anything else because obviously that is where the hot water is going to be. Now if you're thinking, oh, why didn't you remove it, you have a look, see where it is in the wall. Nah, weren't even going to bother. So just cap that off, and then I'm going to link up all of the others. So all of the cold feeds, they're all now linked together. We can turn on the cold water so the rest of the builders, they can use it once I have put a lever valve on the drop down where the cylinder's going. So change that to 22, and there we go. We can check the bath as well, make sure that that's running, and yeah, we've now got mains pressure at the bath. Right, so we cut the discharge out of the way, so we're going to go straight down with the discharge. So ton dish as high as we can get it. Obviously we've got to do T for the thermostatic coming off of the actual cylinder itself. This is all going to be, and I've measured this out, so the cylinder comes to about here, I think. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're starting this, so don't want to be messing about too much. Oh yeah, we still got to do the expansion vessel. Hopefully I've got, you know, I'm going to have to come back anyway in the morning, I think, because we're going to have to put a cap in balanced. I was thinking, do I really want to come back tomorrow? So I went off and got my little blanking cap and got my other bit. So let's get this thing thrown in. Right, so we're going to take out this blanking cap because that is the expansion for the expansion vessel. It's the one directly opposite your PRV. This one here is your balanced. There's a check valve in here, so obviously you don't want to put your expansion vessel on the wrong one because that could go really wrong. Male copper to iron, 3/4 inch. Woo. Right, plenty on there, plenty on there. Your first, your third, your fourth, your fifth, your thread. You got to get it on all of them. Right, where's a bit of cloth? Let's have a look. Get that all wipe round. Blanking cap. So take off this. Come on. Is you get rid of your olive. Just put that straight in there. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of compression. What do you call it? What's this called? Your jet lube. So you've got jointing compound. There we go, that was what I meant. Jointing compound. Right. Tighten that up. It's just chamfered, so there we go. Just do that one really nice and tight. Yeah. So there we go. I think they're just neater if you're not going to be using the balanced. And if you're going, oh, why didn't you do the balance to the bath? You come here, you come round, you do it. Okay? You come round, you do it. Right, so we need to do the hot for the cylinder because it's virtually touching the ceiling. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that bit first and then, yeah, okay. Right, so sweated on my elbow with a little stub of copper. I'm going to lean it, put it in, like this. wind it on hand tight, and then I'll move it in place, and then I can just be able to get my hands in there and tighten that up. Oh, look how tight that is. Beautiful. Yeah, look. That is as close to the ceiling as you're going to get. Right, we've got a 300 mil. Is this going to go in there? Fuck. I'm going to try and tee that in as well. If I was to bring that up, that gives me just a little bit more room. Fucking hell. There we go, look. So we've got that all soldered up. Now, I didn't mention it, did I? But we're basically underground here. So if you're wondering why I drilled so high for the discharge pipe, it's because it's a raised garden outside. And it's raised right up to the window. We're literally in a basement, basically. This is like a cottage sort of thing. I want to keep it as tight as I can. But obviously it's a part that needs to get serviced. So it needs to be accessible. Hot, we've linked that up now. So, I know. Yeah, I know. Just don't judge me too harshly. Anyway, let's get this expansion vessel hung. Right, so where have I put it? I've had to go down there. It's the only place, because the thing is, they've got all of the switches and everything for the immersions are going there. And I didn't want to put it here, because then you can't access the block valve, you can't actually see the ton dish, that's the point of it. I've had to do it low enough that you can easily take out your immersions. And again, you can take out that immersion. I have to go. I know we'd like to put it above. How the fuck could you do that? Can't really put it to the side. We have to keep it as tight as possible, because this is going to be basically an airing cupboard with just a big removable panel at the side, and then they're going to shelve across, and then the shelves can just pop out, panel can be removed, and you can access it for a service. So, would you have done it differently? Oh no, you would have, because you're amazing, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Okay, let's get this fucker on. No obvious leaks. No. Right, that fill up. That wanted to be higher, didn't it? That multi-block valve. Oh no. But I just wanted to get it done. It's Monday. We have hot. Which is better than it was earlier. Oh, there's a little trickle. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, my little light's gone, right? So, all I've got now is my head torch. But watch this for my head torch, right? Watch this. Double tap. Whoa! Yeah, look how bright that is. So the whole room's lit up now. Sick, isn't it? So if you want to get your hands on one of these O lights, now they're fully waterproof as well. You can just dunk them in water. You can do what you want, and it's kind of, it comes out, look, it's just like a little rubber holder, and then you can use it as like a flashlight as well. It's double tap. Whoa, fuck, so bright. Decent head strap. It's made by Light. It is a premium. Little headlamp. So yeah, they're a bit spenny, but there's a link below. And yeah, it's there. I'm just a really bad salesman, but they're like, it's really good. Like, I'm actually really impressed with it. Double tap. It's like daylight. Anyway. So, if you're still watching, this is the point where you got to scroll to the next video. Yeah, nothing happens. If you're waiting on like the end credits, there's no end credits. This is it.